Hey guys, and welcome back to Simply Human with me, Casey Chong. Today is a little different. I'm recording this on YouTube. Well, I guess I'm recording this on a video. How old am I? I'm recording this on my camera, and this will be uploaded to YouTube. So not only will you be able to hear my voice, but you will be also see this face. So yeah, it's 2021. Happy 2021, everyone. We made it somehow, but we're here. So yeah, before I get started, I just want to say thank you guys for your endless support for this podcast. Please support my music. So my new single, Other Side, is available on Spotify, Apple Music. You can buy it on iTunes and Amazon and other things soon, I think. But, Spotify and Apple Music are the top two. So I got you guys so you can stream it there. And, follow my Instagram account, Creative Casey, one word. Casey as in K-A-C-E-Y. Check it out. I do just random covers sometimes. Sometimes I just post raw original songs on there sometimes when I feel like it. So yeah, check it out. Constructive criticism is always welcomed, of course. You can DM me and say like, hey, you're like low-key pitchy over there, or maybe you should use an A vowel instead of an E vowel, like whatever. Anything helps. I'm still in college. I'm still learning about myself and about music, so I'm not a pro, but of course I'm learning. Yeah. Oh, if you're watching the video, you will see I do a lot of weird face gestures and a lot of hand gestures. Not because I'm on video, this is just how I talk. So, yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about unpopular opinions. They may be popular to you, they may not be popular. I just don't talk about this too often with the people around me, so to me it's an unpopular opinion. So yeah, I believe literally everyone should have some type of skincare routine. I'm not talking about the 10-step Korean skincare routine, but if you wash your face with a face wash and not just like a bar of soap or body wash, you will probably look better when you're 50. I mean, have you seen Korean people? 50-year-old Korean people look like they're 20 years old. How? Because they do skincare. Skincare is their god. They fucking do that shit all the time. Night, day. They put sunscreen on even if it's fucking cloudy. Skincare. And you don't have to buy like bougie ass skincare. I definitely don't have the money for that. But just buy a face wash, do some like minimum research, or what is a face wash that I use? I use face wash from the Face Shop. They also have these, I think they're cheaper, but they're face washes that have like peach, rose, avocado, aloe, something like that. And those work. Oh shit. Yeah, I burp a lot. Yeah, those are great. Those are great face washes. Wash your face, especially at night, and especially if you wear makeup. And in the morning, make sure to always wash your face. And have some type of moisturizer. I use CeraVe. Yeah, if you literally have those two, you're set. You're gonna have amazing skin for the rest. Well, it also depends on what you eat, But for the most part, you are helping your skin and your body for the long run. Okay, that's my rant for skincare. I think the term "you'll find the one," or the journey of finding the one, and how everyone's fixated on finding the one, is super overrated. At a young age, we're taught that our purpose in life, or purpose in general, is to find someone in order for us to be truly happy. You see this in Disney movies. Almost every single Disney princess movie has some type of story where the princess, or to-be princess, is cleaning their stepmother's and their stepsister's house, and she's only saved by her magical fairy godmother and the prince who saves her from her slavery, and she has to be saved by a true love's kiss. So thanks, Disney. And literally any TV show that I've been watching recently has anything and everything to do with finding the one. My favorite TV show at the moment is Euphoria. It's a very dark concept for a TV show. Like, the whole thing has to do with lust, has to do with finding the one in order to feel something that they never had before. And this dependency of, if I have someone, they can make me a better person. For Rue, I can get off of drugs because I have Jules in my life, and she'll make me feel better. Even though Jules is dealing with her own shit. I'm not saying that no one should ever find the person that they want to be with for the rest of their life, and I'm not saying love is stupid. Well, kind of, but not entirely. I feel like we should promote more love within a family and within a friendship. I know that's very preschooly, kindergarten, what you see on Barney. Of course, that's where they talk about family and friends, but why does it have to stop there? Why does it have to stop when we're only little kids? Why can't it continue? Technically, it does, but most movies that work out really well have to do something with love. Take Avatar, not the Avatar, The Last Airbender. Avatar, as in the Blue Monkey people, they were number one for a really long time, and they had a great plot, saving the Tree of Life. I know it's not called the Tree of Life. It's been a really long time since I've seen, but that tree where the blue people live. But of course, they had to have some type of love story in it so they can relate more to people. With these types of movies, love is totally glorified, and it doesn't really show you what it takes to be in a relationship, what it really feels like to be in a relationship. Social media hella glorifies what a relationship looks like. You're never gonna see a video or a photo of the couple arguing with each other, because that's not pretty, that's not what you want to see, that's not what's appealing to the public. So you don't really know. I mean, of the concepts that go on behind the scenes, and we technically know what's gonna happen, but you never really know. Everyone's unique. Every relationship that you have, friendship, family-wise, relationship, whatever, coworker, it's going to be different because you're interacting with a different person. Even though someone is becoming your friend, someone's becoming your partner, what you had before that might have not worked doesn't mean that it's going to relate to the person that you're interacting with now. Everything's unpredictable. We should be more fixated on our career goals, our life goals, and personal goals. They say we should do self-care, have a face mask, drink some wine, relax, do some yoga. But if you really want to do some self-care, then really analyze yourself. Who are you? What makes you you? Once you find who you are, what your strengths and weaknesses are, really think about what are you willing to give into a relationship? You know, what are you willing to give in certain situations? Are you ready to be an emotional support for someone? Are you ready to deal with something traumatic? What if someone in their family dies? Are you willing to be there for them no matter what? Are you going to tell them the truth when they need to? Are you just going to tell them what you think they want to hear? Because what they want to hear is not always what they should be doing or what they should be hearing. I know I dealt with a lot of people that ask me certain questions in a way where I know how they want me to answer it. That's some manipulative shit. Even though English is my first language, it is a struggle because English is the hardest motherfucking language we will ever learn and speak. Thank you. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, what are you willing to give? And also, what are your boundaries? What are you willing to deal with? I know in high school, at least for my high school, we talk about sex trafficking. We talk about what it's like to be in an abusive relationship, what to look out for. But these are very extreme. Of course, I'm not going to be with someone that physically hits me. Wouldn't really want to be attracted to someone that's 10 years older than me, because that's kind of like, well, once you become older, 40 and 50, well, in my eyes, I'm only 20 years old, is more acceptable than 10 and 20, because that's pedophilia. So it really just depends. But obviously, I'm talking to my 20-ish year old audience. It wasn't really discussed on what to look out for in a relationship, because no one really talks about verbal abuse and what that actually looks like, and manipulation. I think I talked about this in another podcast, but it relates to this one. One of my exes, or maybe a lot of them, we passed our 1 month mark, and I remember he was driving me somewhere. I think he was driving me from work. He said, "Oh, you better not cheat on me." I was like, okay, I would never cheat on you. I just graduated from an all-girls school. I really don't have a connection with anyone. Our brother school, I don't even want to date or see any of them. Sorry. Not sorry. The only real guy friends that I had were people that were part of band. No offense to band people. Still love you guys. I didn't really find them attractive, or I wasn't interested in them. They weren't interested in me, so it didn't really matter. But that didn't really matter to his eyes anyways. And he said, "If you ever cheat on me, I have a list of girls on call." Are you fucking serious? Why the fuck would you even have girls on call after our 1 month mark of actually being official, not just dating, us actually confirming that we are an exclusive couple? If you ever do that shit, I will rip your balls out. I'm serious. But yeah, just don't do that shit. Yeah, that's kind of extreme, but just look for red flags, because there's so many times where I saw tiny red flags that I thought it wouldn't be relevant for the rest of our relationship, but those red flags carry on into the end of the relationship. So if you ever see more than 2 or 3 red flags, that probably means you shouldn't be with them. Get out. Get out. Get out. Being in a relationship won't solve your problems. I always thought, ever since I was 5 years old, I always thought if I had someone to love intimately, whatever intimately it means as a 5-year-old kid, just holding hands and playing with each other, not like that, but like on the playground, of course, that I would be happy, because that's all I saw on Disney Channel. That's all I saw on during these movies. Of course, I was obsessed with princess movies, as any small child would be. And I always fantasized about things, and being a princess is all I wanted, and having someone to save me or whatever. Like, save me from what? I'm 5 years old, I'm living the life. Oh, dude, let me tell you about something right here, right now. I literally, I hate the phrase, I don't know who I would be without you. You don't know who you would be without me? Then who were you before? Were you nothing before? Did I make you? Did I clay make you? And that's how you were or are now because I had to physically form you to the person you are? What do you mean I don't know who I would be without you? Who are you going to be after me? Who were you in the beginning of this relationship or whatever? I hate this phrase. I understand that this is just an extreme, passionate way of saying that you really care for someone. But if you really think about the phrase, I don't know who I would be without you, you're putting this pressure on someone else that they are responsible for who you are. And if there is a separation between you two, then that person's purpose of life and living means nothing. If you have that pressure on someone, or if you were saying that, or you are the person that's receiving that phrase, honey girl, I no. When you're saying that, what does that make you? You're literally making yourself look desperate. You're making yourself look needy and hopeless. You're basically saying, I'm a child. I need some type of person to depend on for me to live my life. And no one wants to be with a person that needs to be hand-holded or guided through life every second of the day. You know, a relationship isn't about depending on each other. It's about two independent people coming together as they're still two separate people. They have this way of linking to one another, to each other, to make who they are stronger. But they're still two separate people. But together, of course, dream work makes the team work. Same thing with a couple. And same thing as a team. Your teammates are all individual, independent people. You have a part in the team. Like basketball. So the point guard is the one that's calling out the plays. But the point guard can't do everything. So maybe the shooting guards or whatever sorry for you non-basketball sports people, but I'm trying to relate. They have to pick the defender for the point guard to get to more of an open spot, and maybe like two defenders get on that one point guard. They can now pass the ball to someone else and eventually score in the basketball hoop. You need to have a team that knows what their roles are in the relationship and is not always depending on each other, but depending on each other when needed. But they're both independent. So that's my analogy on relationships and friendships and everything. The more acceptable phrase is, I don't know what I would have done without you. Independent people are not always independent. Sometimes they have these moments where they can't think clearly because when you're in a situation, you don't really know how to put yourself out of this situation, because when you're out of this situation, you don't have these emotional ties to what's happening in the conflict or whatever is going on. That doesn't mean I don't know who I would be without you. I know who I am, but in this certain situation, I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I would have done in this small moment in my life. What's part of me, I don't know what I would have done. But even if I wasn't with you, I would still have some type of solution to that problem, whether it was right or wrong. But you were there to help me in a third person perspective to really help me analyze. I think you get what I mean, but yeah. Yeah, so those are basically the two things I wanted to talk about. Mainly, of course, the one about how love is overrated. I mean, why do you think I'm single? I don't want to deal with that stuff at the moment. I have school to worry about. I have my own mental health to worry about. I have my family to worry about. I got my friends to worry about. Not worry about, but to take care of. And that is worth my time, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's worth my time. So yeah, single life. I know the camera is shaking. Sorry. Single life is my best life. So wherever you're listening or watching this, thank you so much for attending this podcast. Like this is a class. Happy New Year. Oh, another thing before I send you off into the real world. Not like we weren't talking about the real world, but don't be pressured in making a New Year's resolution. I know everyone's going to be asking, what's your New Year's resolution? If you don't have one, that's fine. If you make one in March, that's totally fine. You don't have to make a New Year's resolution, but don't feel pressured into having a New Year's resolution. I definitely don't have a New Year's resolution at the moment, but I might be making one. I might not. We'll see. I've been talking for way too long. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see and talk to you guys next time. Bye.